You found just stories, simple, heartfelt moments from real lives, stories that remind us how connected we all are through love, loss, and hope. Get cozy. The stories are about to begin. Son, what are you grumbling about? Sit down and have a beer with us, and your mood will be 5 plus. Loud laughter erupted from the table. Matt blushed and rushed out of there. How could his mother not be ashamed? She knew how much he hated it when she gathered company at home. He needed to study, and it wouldn't hurt to eat something, or at least buy some clothes. Before, only the kids at school laughed at him, but now even the teachers looked at him askance. And Miss Davis said yesterday, "Matt, don't you have any other pants? These are so worn they're transparent like gauze." And what was he supposed to tell her? That he really didn't? He was already so careful with these pants he was afraid to breathe, because he knew they would tear at the seams instantly. He felt like not going to school at all. Matt skipped school very often when his mother's kitchen was a smoky mess until morning. How could he go to school then? He only fell asleep towards morning, no matter how hard he tried, but he couldn't wake up on time. And they didn't have an alarm clock. There was only an old wall clock, but it was silent. Matt stood in the room. Well, what was there to do? He was very hungry, but he wouldn't go to the kitchen. If there had been anything there, it would have been eaten long ago as snacks. He waved his hand and went outside. He would walk around. Maybe they would disperse by then. Judging by their state, they had been sitting there for a long time. He wandered around the town for a long time but didn't meet anyone worthwhile. So his stomach wasn't just rumbling anymore. It was screaming. He sat down on a bench, took a leaf from a tree in his mouth and chewed it. Maybe he could curl up next to him. A man was standing there, dressed decently, but you could still tell he had been sitting. And of course I'm leaving now. You don't need to, if because of me. We can fit here perfectly well, the two of us. He sat down, took out cigarettes, and offered them to Matt. Want one? No, thank you, I don't smoke. That's good. At your age, it seems everyone is smoking for no reason, and it's very harmful. Matt smiled wryly. Then why do you? The man laughed. Me? Well, I understand. I even know it's better without them, but I can't bring myself to quit. But I want to assure you, this is my only bad habit. Honestly. Matt definitely liked this man's answer. And the man suddenly turned to him. Listen, I just arrived in town recently. Can you tell me where I can get a good meal here? The boy involuntarily swallowed. Right here, just around the corner, there's a shashlik place. They serve everything there basically, but shashlik is the main dish. Oh, shashlik is good. And will you keep me company? I don't like eating alone. Matt hesitated. I don't know. It's settled. Let's go. You can also tell me what changes have happened in town while I was away. They sat down at a table, and Matt inhaled the air. Oh God, what smells. The man looked at him, then closed the menu and turned to the waiter. 2 shashliks for us, some kind of vegetable salad, tea for the boy, coffee for me. We'll figure out the rest later. The waiter disappeared. Matt even turned around to see where he went. My name is Mr. Evans. And you? I'm Matt. They were brought their order, and the conversation flowed somehow better. Well, tell me, Matt, why are your eyes sad, and why are you walking around alone? You're at an age where you should have friends around. Matt stopped chewing. I don't have friends. Who needs someone like me? Poor, always without money. I don't study well either, so there's no one around me. Mr. Evans asked questions so skillfully that Matt didn't even notice how he told him everything. How they used to live, how his father died at work, how his mom started drinking after that and bringing home anyone, how he was teased at school, how hard his life was in general. Pitying yourself, Matt? He looked at Mr. Evans with surprise. He was strange. And what? Should I be happy? Anyone would howl like a wolf from a life like this. And he's still a teenager. What can he do? I see you are pitying yourself. And may I ask how old you are? 15. Wow. When I was 15, I already bought my mom gold earrings for her birthday. Ah, those were the times. No time for sleep. You'd run home from school, grab something on the go, and head outside. There was so much to do. Wash someone's car, run to the store for someone, or load and unload. I earned more in a week than my mom did in a month as a cleaner. And in the evening, when no one was left outside, we'd work out. We had our own gym in the basement. Well, of course, not like the ones you have now, but a homemade one. Barbells from car wheels, pull-up bars from rebar. But we were happy. We always wore tank tops so everyone could see how built we were. Mr. Evans smiled at the memories and then looked at him sternly. And you just study poorly, look bad, and cry about it. You're wrong, brother. Oh, so wrong. Matt stared at the man, his mouth literally hanging open. And he was right. Absolutely right. What was stopping Matt from doing the same? Nothing. Just the habit of pitying himself. Matt, I don't have time right now, but jot down your address for me. I'll drop by and we'll talk some more. Matt wrote the address on a napkin and stood up. Thank you. You're welcome. We'll see each other again. Remember one thing, Matt. You can only not get out of a coffin. Everything else can be fixed, endured, changed. I understand. Matt walked home with a firm intention to kick out everyone who was there. However, he didn't manage to kick anyone out. There was no one home. His mother had also gone somewhere. He sighed with relief. Good. At least he could get some sleep. The next day after school, he didn't go straight home, deciding to walk around town. Almost immediately, he saw furniture being unloaded near a building, apparently new residents. He wanted to walk past, but then decided to risk it. Boss, do you need help with unloading? A man about 50 looked him over. Well, that would be nice. How much will you charge? Whatever you give me, that's what it will be. Okay, deal. Let's get it up to the 3rd floor. Matt helped move things for almost an hour. It would have been much faster, but a sofa got stuck in the doorway, and it took a while to take it apart. When the sofa was in the apartment, the owner handed him a 1,000-ruble note. Thank you. I would have been here until night by myself. Oh, that's too much. It's fine. You need it. Matt wanted to be offended. The man was clearly hinting at his clothes, but then decided to let it go. At least he had money in his hands, and quite a bit. Matt looked at his watch. He still had time. He almost ran to a small shop not far from their yard. There had been a lot of such shops with the strange name Second lately. He knew the clothes weren't new, but he didn't care. At least they were decent. Matt opened the door at home, fully expecting his mother to be having another party. But the house was quiet. Matt was even more surprised when he smelled not tobacco smoke, but something edible. He cautiously stepped into the kitchen. His mother was washing the window, and something was bubbling in a pot on the stove. By the way, the stove was clean too. Mom? She turned around. Matt, I didn't hear you come in. I'll feed you now. Matt stood there bewildered, then asked just as bewilderedly, What's going on? Nothing. I just decided to finally tidy up. I've been completely... Don't worry, son. I won't do it anymore. I promised your friend. Friend? Matt stopped understanding anything at all. Mom, what friend? Well, a very serious man. Matt saw fear flash in his mother's eyes, but it disappeared immediately. Here, Matt, he left this for you. She handed him an envelope and a wad of money. And I didn't take anything, nothing at all. Matt stared at the money in confusion, then sat down on a chair. He stared at the envelope for a long time, but finally opened it. Matt, it happened that I had to leave urgently. I talked to your mother. I think she won't drink anymore, but a lot will depend on you too. I saw in your eyes that you understood where I came from. Yes, I forgot to tell you the most important thing. In our life, it's important to forgive. In our life, it's important to stop in time so that it doesn't turn out like it did for me. Money is addictive and deprives you of reason, and a person must have reason. But the most important thing is the ability to admit your mistakes and correct them. Never try to pretend that something doesn't concern you. If you can fix it, if it all depends on you, then definitely try to fix everything. I couldn't back then. I didn't push hard enough back then. I lost my temper, and then I didn't change, didn't fix it, even though I had the opportunity. Now I am alone, completely alone. Being alone is hard. When everything settles down, we will meet, I promise. Don't be angry at your mother. She just needed support. I didn't give her mine because I was small and weak myself. I believe in you. I saw your eyes, and I'm sure you'll handle everything. Matt lowered the letter and looked at the money. Wow,